Good morning, it's Wednesday and it's cooking day with Delia Smith Christmas cookbook. I'm making celery soup and a blue cheese. It is delightful. You need a celery, butter, potato, stock, onion, single cream, blue cheese, black pepper, and you can make your own little croutons if you so wish. So what I've done so far is started to chop some of my celery up, got some more to do. Any leftover little bits and all the little edges that I've cut off will go into making the stock for the soup, and any leftover will go into the stock for the gravy for Christmas Day. The other bit I don't throw away is the base, is the root of the celery. And I'll tell you what I do with this, because I'm not a potato girl. I turn it into sort of a Hasselbacked potato, bear with me. What you do is you cut down just a little bit through the root, not all the way, obviously. Like Hasselback potatoes, if you've ever done Hasselback potatoes, you cut them down and slice a little thin like this, so you might need to go just a little further. Because once it's cut through, it's going to cook quicker as well. Right, and then once I'm going to clean it all up, get all the mud off and everything else, give it a scrub, put a lot of olive oil, black pepper, and then roast it in the oven, just like you would for a roast potato. And there you have a lovely little side bit to go with your main meal. So that's what I'm going to do there. I've started to chop the rest of this celery up. Now the butter is melting in a very large pan here, and I'm just getting it melted. So in there, after you've done that, oh, there we are, put it back down, you're going to add the celery. Now you've got to put it all in there, let it cook down, let it go soft. I'm going to add a couple of onions, a shallot and a normal, two shallots actually today, and a normal onion as well. And then you cook all that, and it really has got to be cooked for quite a while. I'm not 100% sure she actually gives a time. About 10 minutes to get it all sweat down. That sounds disgusting, like at the gym, doesn't it? But it isn't. And then once it's all sort of gone soft, cooked down, all the butter's melted, and it's looking softer, you add your stock. That's the time we'll do that. So let me get to chopping. Let's get the butter melted. So here we are then, back to the sweating celery, or the sweated celery. I'm not sure which is the correct verb there. So it's gone a little softer. So then it says to add the onion, which I've chopped up. The shallot, I love shallots. It's a lovelier flavour. I will be doing them whole in a recipe for Christmas Day in my venison and beef with port and Guinness. So we're going to leave them to get sort of acquainted with the butter and the celery. A lot of coating there required. And then we gently, so it says, add the stock. Now this is the stock I made. This was yesterday's stock that I made with some of the celery bits I'd already chopped off. I added the tops of the carrots and the edges of the onions that weren't brilliant. And this is what I got. And all I did was add water, add some black pepper, add some salt, and this is what it came out looking like. So I'm going to add all of this. It looks an awful lot. I haven't done the same amount of celery as they've done in the book, and it does say you need about a pint, but I've only used half of the amount of celery, and because there's only me. And so it's easier to add more. You can always make it thicker, which is easy to do. And that's all you do, is leave it in there, bring it to the boil, and then just cover it and abandon it. Now it says about 30 minutes. From experience, it was a little longer, so be prepared for more 45 minutes. And that's all you do, just leave it cooking. And when it's all soft, you'll be able to feel it, because at the moment it's crunchy. I can't sort of get through the little mini stalks. And if you don't have a lid, which I don't for this one, I'm going to just put some foil on the top and cover it over with that and leave it, put the timer on. Very easy to get distracted. And cover that up, so there we are. Now the cheese I've got is actually Roquefort cheese. Beautiful little blue bits, and I think I'm going to have to hide that before I put it in here, because I've been none left otherwise. Oh, that is gorgeous. So there we are, got my little heart of the celery there. So that's the dish for today, is celery soup and blue cheese. We'll come back when it's all softened down and we'll do the next stage. Morning, so I finished the Stilton and celery soup off. I've added extra Stilton, I've added some extra chili flakes and some black pepper. And that's, woo, that could have been scary, couldn't it? That is what I'm going to have for starter on Christmas Day. Now also I've been busy in the kitchen for the vegetarian option. I grant you it looks like flapjack, but it isn't, and it still needs a little finish off. This is nut roast, a mixture of nuts, breadcrumbs, stock. It would have had Marmite, but I couldn't get any, so I had to add some just usual normal yeast extract. And you just whiz it all together. It's the simplest thing to do. Whizzed up breadcrumbs, lots of stock, onions, and just a few little herbs to keep it quite simple. Then I'm going to put some cranberries on the top, glaze it a little bit with some cranberry juice, put it back in the oven so they just go soft and start to melt just a little bit and squash down, and there we are. That's the vegetarian option. Happy Christmas! Well, today is Christmas Day. Everything's prepared. All the vegetables, the roasting is going in, and the nut roast that I made, and the celery and blue Stilton soup that I've just finished is going to be as a starter. So there we are. I hope you enjoyed what I'm going to wear and what I'm going to cook on Christmas Day, and I decided, as you can see, on the black dress. Woo! Well, I hope you all have a super Christmas weekend. Enjoy all your food, all the drinking, all the chatting, all the games, all the fun you normally have on your Christmas Day. Don't forget there's a Strictly Special as well. Just thought I'd remind you. I will see you all very soon. Have a fantastic rest of your Christmas Day. Bye for now.